Hello and welcome to our Catchmark History channel. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the amazing content that'll be coming your way. Now let's start the show. This old kid footage. No, that's not right. This Old Town, presented by Durga Insurance. Episode 1. Old Time Hollywood on the Shores of White Lake. Big thank you to our sponsor, Durga Insurance, for help bringing content like this to you all. Since opening in 1916, the local theater in White Lake has had many different names, including Whitehall's Community Theater, the Nuffer Adams Theater, and in the 50s and 60s, it was known simply as the Playhouse. Now, simply known as the Playhouse of White Lake, let's take a look at the history of this building. To tell us a little bit more is Beth Beeman.
I'm Beth Beeman, and I'm the managing director here at the Playhouse at White Lake. So the Playhouse was built back in 1916, and it was built after the White Lake Dramatic Club's performing space called the Coliseum, which was a combination theater space and roller rink, burned down in 1915. There was a big explosion. So they, in partnership with Frank R. Adams, and we'll talk more about him in a minute, and Julius Neufer, who was a lumber guy, he had a lumber mill right down here on White Lake. They helped to raise the money, and Frank Adams and Julius Neufer were kind of the engine behind it. And Frank Adams was a playwright, prolific playwright, an author. He wrote tons of articles for magazines. Eventually became a prolific writer out in Hollywood as well. Lots of scripts that he wrote were produced into film. It went up in 1916 in September with the first show called Michigan that was written by Frank R. Adams. It was performed here at the Playhouse and to an audience of 600, which is how many it sat originally. So the Playhouse was opened as a live performance space, as well as for traveling shows. Vaudeville came through, different touring vaudeville companies came through. It was a graduation space for local high schools to have their ceremonies here. It became a movie house right away. So early on, the shows that they played here at the Playhouse were called flickers. They were the silent films, and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the original version, played here in 1917. So films were always a big part of what happened here at the Playhouse. Through the years, lots of different people owned it, operated it. It continued to be in business almost continuously since 1916. The Bissell family, related to the Bissell carpet sweepers, they actually owned it for a while and operated it for some time in the 1940s. Coming up to the 1960s, there was a push to revitalize the theater. And Robert Adams, who some of the folks watching might remember, he was the president of CBS, actually, and he came here before that and did 2 summers of shows. They did professional summer stock here, and his daughters, Lynn Adams and Brooke Adams. Lynn is a producer and playwright, and Brooke Adams is an actor in Hollywood and married to Tony Shalhoub. She came here and performed at the Playhouse in the 1960s, and they would have their professional company, and then locals would come in and also perform with them. It was very popular and lasted for only 2 years because I think just the financial aspects of a touring company like that. And then, and also during that time, John Hillerman, who was on Magnum PI, he performed here at that same time. So we have had a few brushes with fame that have come through here over the last 105 years. The Playhouse will be 105 this year.
You have a lot of choices when it comes to insurance companies, so let me help you narrow them down. Hi, I'm Jenna Potts, your local Farm Bureau insurance specialist with the Durga Insurance Group. We are a company dedicated to serving only Michigan. We know you, we understand you, we protect you. All of us at the Durga Insurance Group live and work right in this area, so we're always nearby. Local agent, local service, and local savings. Come and see us today or visit our website, durgainsurancegroup.com, to find out more.